What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arkansas Media Group video. Today, as you can see, we have the iMac from 2009 sitting to my right here. It's having a kernel attack issue, which is also the reason why I haven't had a video go up since about 2 Thursdays ago. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can diagnose this. We're thinking it's maybe just a RAM issue. We're hoping it's not a hardware issue and we're going to have to purchase a new computer. That's going to be worst case scenario. The best case scenario is we're going to pull the RAM out of Ethan's iMac and we're going to put it in this one and see if it'll boot off of it, and if it does, then we're going to need to purchase some new RAM, and that'll be that story. So let's get right into it. So we're going to go ahead and show everybody what this issue is going to be looking like. Right now there's nothing hooked up to it, there's nothing external. This is all off of stock, everything except for a SSD upgrade, which we've already done in the past and it ran fine. So everything seems to be going normal, going great. We're probably going to have your computer restarted with a problem right after this screen. So there's our kernel attack right there, and basically what this is going to do is it's going to cause the computer to go into a boot loop to where it'll just continuously boot, 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 and boot. I've tried leaving it unplugged. It's been unplugged for about a week now, discussing the issue back and forth with Ethan, so let's go ahead and see if we can get it figured out. Alright, so we've went ahead and turned the iMac over. We're into the RAM module here. We're just going to go ahead and take a Phillips and we're going to remove this screw, and as you can see it's going to come up a little bit. It might take some coaxing once the screw's all the way out, and I do believe it is out at this time. Just a little bit of coaxing. You might have to peel it up from the edge just because that's how they were made. So there we go, we have our cover off. And to remove our RAM, we are going to peel this little black strip up right here. It's going to be kind of hard, you have to pull on it just a hair. So we've got the RAM stick out now. So we have examined and we have laptop DDR3 memory. We're going to flip it over and find out that we are running whatever that is. So we're going to go ahead and see if Ethan's will fit into there, and we'll go ahead and see if it'll do a boot for us. Alright, so we went ahead and got Ethan's iMac turned around here. We got everything unplugged. If you're ever wondering on these computers to get the RAM undone, there is a button right above the computer cable put in for the power. You push that all the way in. It can be kind of tough. I'd use the screwdriver, and then the little door should pop open. You're going to have to do some peeling, and then you're going to pull the cover off, and you can set that aside. And then for his RAM, this may be kind of difficult to see. There's no plastic on it. Well, that makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? And you can pull a piece of RAM right out. Ethan's running 4 GB, product of China, obviously, and it's going to be DDR3 as well. It's going to be laptop memory, just like the iMac. So we're going to transition, put one of these sticks in, and see if it'll do a boot for us. Alright, so we went ahead and we transitioned back over to here to this 2009. We're going to put our piece of memory in, press firmly. You'll hear a little click, and then you take your piece of plastic and you just tuck it back in there real nice. So we're not going to put the cover on. If we find that a boot, then that's what we're gonna have to order that. So we'll see if this will do it. So we went ahead. We have our 4 gig of RAM in here now. Let's go ahead and give it a boot. See if it'll do it for us. So we've had a minor setback. We went ahead and switched slots. It didn't want to work. So let's go ahead and do it again. We have positive fire alarm issue. Okay. So as you can see, we're now tearing into a Mac Mini because the DDR3 out of this old this other iMac will not work. So the RAM that's in the Mac Mini here is the exact same as what's in the iMac over there, the iMac for me. So we're gonna try and tear into it and see if we can make it happen. Alright, so we have the Mac Mini apart in a whole bunch of pieces over there. That is the old RAM. And we are now putting in 1 GB sticks. We have 2 of them. So, you know, moving up in the world. Got them both installed. And keep in mind there's only 2 slots on this iMac, so hopefully it will now boot correctly and not give us a fire alarm, because that's what we got last time, is a fire alarm, a boop boop boop. Wait a couple seconds, boop 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 boop. You know, scared the piss out of the neighbors kind of stuff going on. So we're gonna go ahead and boot, and if we get the same kernel attack, we know that it's not a RAM issue, it's gonna be something way more complicated. So this is gonna be the determination if this is life or death for this computer. So, as you just saw, the kernel issue was not fixed. So, we don't have very many options at this point. We can reflash the entire computer with the cost of a $25 cable and see if that fixes it. We can replace the hard drive, which is about $80 or $90, or we can just outright buy another computer. We obviously have a decision to make. What's up, guys? So it's kind of been a long night. It's only 9:15 now, but we've been at this since around 5. As you can tell, we have a laptop sitting right here. This is a 2010 15-inch MacBook Pro. It's 4 gigs of RAM. It seems to be running pretty good. We had to go through and do this. We couldn't figure out the iMac. Ethan's going to go ahead and keep it for the shrine. But we are going to try and fix it, but at a later date, and we have to have something to edit on. So this is what we went with. Paid about $150 for it, which isn't too bad considering that it's basically brand new. It has about 10 battery cycles on it, which is absolutely incredible considering it's 2018 and it's a 2010. So this is the newer looking model. I mean, it's not as thin as the brand new models, but it is pretty thin. So we will bring you guys back after we get this thing updated, and we'll give it an interface. Well, this is going to be kind of like a time lapse, so it doesn't matter. And I don't know how to get the antennas back in, so